welcome back Ark fans. I'm going to be doing another resource video. Ever since I had to restart my base, I pretty much built it for the most part the exact same as it was before. I've got a forge and fabricator. I made this a little bit more of a functional base rather than just a forge area. But tamed most of the same animals. Got a shit ton of beavers and ankylos going, 2 birds. Got a level 85 Rex. When I name my animals, I always do the sex of the animal and then what level they came up at, and I usually record the stats if I plan on using them for breeding. But here's my breeding pen. Got a ladder that just goes up to my deck. Still got to finish this base off a little bit, but got a couple vaults, got some ACs for hatching eggs, fridges, chemistry bench, another fabricator up here. Anyhow, this is just going to be another resource video. I'm going to get better at putting timestamps in my videos. That way people don't have to sit and endure a 30-minute or a 20-minute video when they're just searching for one resource. But this one I plan on showing you just some better areas for crystal, some more oil pump areas, some obsidian, silica pearls, sulfur, and then how to get into the area to get cactus sap. So I'll just get over to the right area. Most of this stuff's going to be in the canyon. Some of it's in the ash biome, and then some of it's in the unfinished biome. So I am currently at 30.7, 24.1. A lot of people are asking me where plant species X are. This is a little pillar area, and here's 1, 2 plant species X. Now I don't know if those are kind of organic on the map to where they pop up where they want once they're harvested. You have to excuse me if I sound a little rough. I'm kind of sick right now. But I was able to find 2 here. If you ever want to find plant species X, I found them all over the map, so it's not really an issue. But here's a little pillar area next to this waterfall that I've been able to find 2. I was just flying to the canyon, but that's one spot for you guys. Now here's another area to find a shit ton of obsidian. 33.5, 25.4. There's quite a few nodes here. I don't normally go to this spot because it's kind of far away from my base, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know, anywhere from about 8 to 12 nodes. So definitely a good spot. You'll notice it in this area with these kind of Aztec looking heads, but that was 33.5, 25.4. Here's another place to find obsidian, 42.4, 28.6. I believe a flyer is going to be required for this because it's kind of up on a high pillar in the canyon biome. But you got 3 there, and another 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so 10 obsidian nodes right there. Not a bad little spot. I'll fly out kind of so you can see it. It's on the what would be the south side of this pillar. See, there's the canyon flowing. So another spot for obsidian for you guys. Alright, I'm going to show you guys. This is where I kind of my run that I make to get oil, crystal, and silica pearls. I used to go get crystal at that little base in that pond, but they just weren't respawning, and there was only like 7 small nodes. So this is 38.8, 32. That's where you're going to have 2 oil pumps there. So far I've only found 5, so I found 3 in the winter biome and 2 right there. This would be the north side of the cliffs, I believe. 4 large crystal nodes here, 38.5, 33. And there's even more down the canyon. So I'll just fly, I'll get those crystals, I'll get that oil. There's more crystals down here, and then I'll show you probably the best place to get silica pearls that I can find. It's fairly shallow water and pretty safe. I don't think I've even ran into a megapiranha or anything. It's right underneath that bridge. So there's a couple clusters of crystals, and there should be some coming up here. I thought there was 2 clusters of crystals. Maybe it was just that one. Unless I missed it. Well, there's at least 4 large crystal nodes, which will give you more than like the 7 small nodes that I got. Now the place I get crystals is right here underneath the bridge in the canyon. That'd be about 39.8, 37.5. And I'll just throw on my scuba suit to show you how much you can truly get. Yeah, about 40, 37.7. So last time I counted, I think it was like anywhere from 20 pearls maybe. And by the time I'd get to the end of the string of pearls, they would start respawning again. But that's just because of my single player settings. I think I have the resources spawning back kind of fast. There's about 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so about 15 there, roughly. Like I said, this is pretty shallow. This is probably the shallowest water I found pearls in. Plus there's a ramp to get here, to get back up onto dry land. So, see, by the time I swim back, they're already respawning. So this is the best place to get the pearls, in my opinion, and that was 39.8, 37.5. I think I'll just show you guys where to get some sulfur, and then also how to get into the unfinished part of the map, which I've seen you can do unofficial as well. But so these types of videos have already been posted, but I figured I just put additional content out just in case. And I'm about to go on vacation to California for a couple 3 months. I'm taking my computer with me, so hopefully I'll create a new intro that's a little less annoying and get a little bit better at editing my videos, and start putting timestamps and stuff on them. But I'll cut away and cut back when I get to the sulfur. Well, I just found out something shitty I didn't realize, but they changed rare mushrooms now. I was heading over to the sulfur area and I just had to eat a mushroom or two. Now mushrooms spoil after 3 days, and when you eat them, you fucking trip out right there. For 10 seconds you get some sort of spore, disease, whatever the fuck they want to call it, but not exactly the magic food anymore. I mean, I'll probably still continue to eat them, especially if I'm on my flyer, I can just, you know, keep flying in the same direction. But man, that's one change I could have done without. But I suppose after I was able to get, like, let's say a Therizinosaurus or something to harvest those mango grove trees really quickly or efficiently, food was just never an issue anymore. I never put any levels into food or water, and I would just have a stack of 100 mushrooms, and that would literally last you forever. But looks like that's changed a little bit now. I'm gonna have to take a break before I show you guys the sulfur and cactus sap and everything, because I gotta get this 150 saber-tooth tamed. They did change the look of the saber-tooths, which is pretty badass. I think they made them a little bit longer, or not longer, a little bit larger, and just kind of changed the mane on them and stuff. And I definitely like the new look of that. Hopefully they look at all the old dinosaurs and give them a little bit of TLC, like the Sarco and some other things. They're just kind of pointless animals with the addition of new animals. But I'm going to cut there, and I'll cut back when I get back to the sulfur and cactus sap area. I want to do a short clip here. I've never seen this place before, but I'm at 27.8, 41.5. I just found a level 50 snail and I found a couple beavers and a couple beaver dams. Now this isn't going to be the best place to get your cementing paste, but perhaps if people are having trouble finding snails, this is the first time I've spotted snails in about 20 hours playing Ragnarok, so I'm sure they're in plenty of places, especially the redwoods, but here's some beavers and an area where I found a snail if you guys want to check that out. So in the ash biome, looking for the sulfur nodes to show you guys. I'm at 27.4, 59.5, but I know some people are asking where you find the beetles at, the dung beetles. So here's 2 dung beetles. I still got my snail in my hands, otherwise I'd snatch one up, but that's the first location I've found dung beetles, so check the ash biome if you're looking for that. Now, I've noticed obsidian all over the place, but at 25.8, 59.2, you can find yourself a couple 4 or 5 crystal nodes and another 4 or 5 obsidian nodes, but pretty much if you're in the ash biome, you'll notice obsidian everywhere. Also, I'm kind of at the top of the mountain. Here's another 2, so about 7 nodes. Also, of course, you can get charcoal from the trees. I mean, way more efficient ways to get charcoal than harvesting those trees, but that's one way. And also, there's tons of mantis. Oh, here we go. Here's one sulfur node at 25.3, 58.5. So that's going to be a component to make the propellant for your flame arrows. So definitely something. Those flame arrows do the DOT, or damage over time, so those are definitely handy. Now with my current settings, off that one rock I got 601. If you guys are playing default settings, you're probably going to get nowhere near that. But that was 24.5, 58.7 for that. Now I'll go over and show you Cactus app. Like I said, you can get, there's tons of mantis here. There's those arthropluras, those centipedes. I found dung beetles, rexes in this biome. But mantises are pretty easy to kill, but it's a lot easier to just go get the penguins. Looks like we got some spiders here, or arachnio. So, you know, maybe some good chitin opportunities here in the ash biome as well. Just prepared to be pretty hot while you're over here. Rexes in this biome. But mantises are pretty easy to kill, but it's a lot easier to just go get the penguins. Looks like we got some spiders here, or arachnio. So, you know, maybe some good chitin opportunities here in the ash biome as well. Just prepared to be pretty hot while you're over here. Well, fuck. God damn it. Look at that lead Cactus. That's the second time I've seen him over in the rock bay, just floating above the water. Kind of funny. Well, I was taking my snail and I was being careless, and I was gonna go through the snow biome to get to the wall. But man, the snow biome killed me, and I didn't even realize it until it was too late. I was at half health, and that fucking thing just drained me. I mean, I was wearing flak armor, which is terrible anyhow. But just be wary that on Ragnarok, it seems like there's some areas that are just like permafrost that I don't know if even fur and potions will get you through without dying. It's hard to say. I had one guy comment that said he was wearing Mastercraft armor and his fortitude was all the way up to 40, and it still wasn't doing him any good. So pretty crazy. Just know that if you're going through some of the areas, and that was the southernmost snow biome, so if you're going through some of those areas, just be careful. Now I gotta go snatch my bird. Gotta create some armor here first though. Alright, well, I finally made it to the barrier wall here after a couple abortions trying to get here. I was flying through the winter biome and lost, just ended up freezing to death. I only had flak armor on, but I was on my eagle, froze to death. I had a snail in my hands. Then I quickly realized I didn't have a bed to spawn on, so I had to respawn at a random location. And then I took a pteranodon up there, froze to death again, had to respawn, and I didn't build a bed, which was stupid. And finally I had to go to work, so that was yesterday. So I logged on and I basically put the stats on the player up to like 10 times on fortitude, so my fortitude was like 240, and still was freezing to death by the time I got in there. So I think it's like a perma-freeze area in the south. I'm going to see if I can't get out here. Come on. Wonder if they fixed this, or I'm just in the wrong area. Where I want to go is on this coast here, but what I'll do is I'll cut the video and cut back when I find a spot that I can get in. Well, I finally found a place to get in. I was gonna go. I flew all the way over the red Obi, like on the coast, and then was trying to get in there, but I couldn't find a spot. Now I'm like mid-map. Let me see here. I'm about 63 was where I approximately got in. It was kind of like where the redwood biome met the snow biome. You just fly up to the very top edge of the map and just keep flying in the corner of the map, basically where the wall meets the ceiling, and you just keep pressing, pressing your bird against it or whatever you're flying at the time. Now, hopefully I won't die out here, but I'm going to show you guys where you can get cactus sap once you get in. We'll see. It seems extremely hot. But I'll cut back here. Alright, to the cactus patch past the wall. Now, this is the first time I've been here not on spectator mode, and I've just found 2 Dilacaleos, which I was flying through the redwood biome, wondering when I was going to get jumped by one of those guys. So if you guys are looking for a Dilacaleo, you can come grab one. I'm not sure if you can bring wild animals past that wall. I know I was watching a video of someone doing it, and they said they could fit wyverns and... Oh damn, there's a high level one. I wonder if I can carry those with this. I don't think so. But here's where you can get a bunch of cactus. I see a bunch of hyenas down there. And there might be some animals. Oh, there's... I'm pretty sure that's sulfur. Let me just check it quick. Maybe not. This might just be... Oh no, that's sandstone. So you can come grab your heart's content cactus sap. Not sure if... Forget, can you eat cactus sap? Yeah, I'm not sure if that does anything for me or not. Since I didn't show you, it was foggy when I got into this, I'll try to show you guys leaving it. I'm not sure if you can leave it anywhere or if I have to go back to where I entered, but I'll probably just do that just for simplicity's sake. Oh, the other thing I kind of discovered, I know mantises of course are good for they're going to be good for organic polymer, but man, are they good for chitin too. I just got a ridiculous amount of chitin. Like, I was getting like 1400 from... Oh fuck, did I just drop cementing paste? There we go. Yeah, I killed like 3 mantises and got like 4,500. Or no, it was a little bit more than that. Now this would be kind of on the coast that the red obie's at, so... Now, I don't know if you're going to need a desert suit when you come here, because my fortitude is still all jacked up from when I was trying to retrieve my birds. But looks like I'm at about 5882 on the coast here. There's a nice little oasis. I know there's the different types of bugs. There's obviously the hyenodons, Dilacaleos, Arthropluras, vultures over here. Let's see if I can't pick this guy up. I don't think I can, but... Okay, I don't want him to jump me off my... Nope. Damn. This is 135. I need a goddamn Quetzal. Vultures out here. I don't use the shoulder mounts too much. I probably should, but But yeah, if you're really hurting bad for chitin, just go kill some mantises, because even killing like right there, I got 180. I think my resource gathering is like ×6 or ×8 or something right now, so you won't get nearly as much if you're playing like official server. But these arthropluras, they're kind of a pain in the ass. They're usually pretty tough cookies to kill and don't give you too much. I mean, the mantises are probably the best for getting the chitin or chitin, however you want to say that. So these guys give me a 3 out of 11, so he's about twice as much as the scorpion, but I'm gonna see if I could find a mantis to show you guys what I'm talking about here. Got some of the different bugs here. Those give you shit for chitin. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced chitin, but I just always pronounce it chitin. I'm not sure if there's the giant death worms on this or not. Let's see what we got here. Saber-tooths out here. So hopefully they get this developed soon. I mean, this map is just absolutely massive, but would be nice. See, some like saber-tooths and carnos out in the desert, it just doesn't make sense. With those bugs and they just disappeared altogether, that's weird. The weird thing is like, they've got cactus over here, they've got water, they've got dinos and creatures. It's like half developed or barely developed, but yet there's still a lot of the creatures over here, so you know, ever since they kind of fixed this map initially, and I was having a problem with tons of dinosaurs everywhere, then it became like barely any dinosaurs. Here we go. Wish I could carry one of these fuckers. I need to get me quets, like I said. I don't think I can carry a thorny dragon with. So, a couple scorched earth creatures around here. Some raptors. Alright, let me see if I can't fly out of this bitch. Probably cut the video there. This will probably be one of my last resource videos. I mean, I did find a 6th oil node. So I know there's 4 oil nodes in the winter area where I've already got 3 oil pumps at. One's just kind of further up, closer to the canyon biome. And then I got 2 in the canyon. So I know of 6 locations for the oil pumps to go down. I found a lot more locations for just oil rocks. But I really think Ragnarok, it's not hard to find resources. For a while there, the hardest thing to find was crystals, like a good concentration of crystal. And then the cementing paste. I need to build a base closer to the beaver dams, but I found about 3 locations of small beaver dams, but I just always go back to that giant beaver dam area because by the time I fly back to my base and back to the beaver dams, they've already respawned. Alright, so this is where I flew in at. I wonder if I can just fly through the wall or if I have to fly up to the ceiling again. We'll see. I think the wall would be... I just got ambient sound back, so I wonder if I've already flown through the wall. Oh shit. Oh, yeah, so you can just fly through the wall. You don't need to, getting up in there, you need to fly to the ceiling and find that little crack, but flying back through, you can just fly through the wall, so that's pretty handy. So I've seen a video of people doing it on official servers too, so it's not just single player servers that you can do this. I hope they don't patch it. I don't see why they would. I think, you know, that's almost like they left a little hole for you to get through on purpose so people will go get Cactus. But I'm pretty excited when they finish Ragnarok. Kind of annoyed by the change in mushrooms, but I like how they're optimizing the game, and like I've even noticed small things like when I'm climbing ladders, like you can see your hands while you're climbing ladders. You used to not be able to see that. And like the changes to the saber tooth. I'm pretty sure they changed like how your pteranodons and birds hover, because now there's more of like a hovering animation, which is kind of cool. So just let me know, guys. Add some comments down there if you guys like some of the changes, some of the shit you're pissed off at. Like I said, this will probably be one of the last resource videos. It was kind of all over the place, and there's just so many resources around Ragnarok. If anything, I might do some breeding videos, because I'm going to get my saber tooth and RG and pteranodon programs going. Hopefully find some mutated birds and sabers. And then I'll probably also do like a wyvern trench run, see if I can't snatch me some eggs. But if you guys enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, appreciate it. Here's a mantis I just want to show you guys how much you can get from mantis right there. So that guy, I got 1161 chitin from him, which is pretty solid. Flying back from the desert right now. I think my next video is going to be just showing people how to make the vegetable cakes and setting up a cooker. Even though most people will already know how to do that, I'll show just like setting up a tree stand and collecting sap. And I've got 2 wild acatinas now, which to me are one of the most valuable creatures you can grab in Ark, just because cementing paste is always on high demand. But I'll show that. Let me know in the comments if there's any particular type of videos that I should be making or that people want to see, because other than like cave raiding, how-tos, taming, I mean, I don't know much what people would really want to see. I wanted to get a couple resource videos out as early as possible, because I knew, you know, people are going to be wondering where to find certain things. I was thinking about doing like where's good places to build bases, but I mean, there's this map's so fucking large that there's just so many good base locations, and it's kind of a matter of opinion, really. But let me know. Also, they just recently changed the price from, I believe, 30 bucks to 60 bucks, and I guess that's pissing tons of people off, but I don't understand why so many people are upset, because I mean, most people already own the game in early access stage, and if you compare the amount of content from day 1 to now, I mean, I know it's still a bit buggy, but it's not like they're just dropping the project and doubling the price. They're still working on it. So let me know what you guys think below.